Most cats don't bond for life by default. Studies show only some cats form deep, lasting bonds. And it's not random who they choose. But if you do this one thing, everything changes. One small behavior that makes your cat choose you, not just today, but forever. Cats can form deep emotional attachments. Now, I don't want the intro. I just want to imply that cats are emotionally unavailable. Because that myth that cats are aloof is a load of old nonsense that needs to go the way of the dodo. Cats are not emotionally unavailable. Far from it. In fact, in 2019, researchers at Oregon State University conducted a study that showed cats form attachment styles just as intense as those felt by dogs and even human infants. Now, I mentioned that study a lot, but what did it entail? Basically, they placed kittens in a new environment with their caregiver, then had the caregiver leave and return. Over 60% of the cats displayed secure attachment, which is what experts in all things social dynamics call when a pet or baby or anyone for that matter feels extremely bonded with someone else. The poor cats in the test, those in the 60% at least, sadly showed signs of distress when their person left, but thankfully felt comforted when their pet parents returned. Sound familiar? That's because it is. It's exactly the same pattern used to assess emotional bonding in human babies. So yes, your cat is capable of love, deep, lasting, secure love. But cats are incredibly selective. The thing is, and this is the reason why cats have the misconception of being aloof, they are selective with whom they love. While some animals bond for life or dish out loyalty like it's a free sample in a shop, your cat is picky. They have standards, and frankly, they don't like most people. When does your cat slow blink at you? That's not just a cute little blink. It's an emotional hug, or the equivalent of a kiss. When they rub their face on your leg, follow you around the house, or headbutt your face at 5 a.m., that's them showing selective affection. And they don't do that for just anyone. They're doing it for you because you have been chosen. You've earned the love. Cats remember who you are and how you made them feel. But why might they choose you? While cats are not like elephants in a lot of ways, what with cats being tiny and fluffy and lacking trunks and tusks, one way in which they are comparable is that both cats and elephants have very good memory. With cats, it's their long-term memory in particular that's strong. Particularly, emotional memories are tied to scent, routines, and feelings. They remember who fed them, who respected them, and who tried to dress them up like a hot dog for Halloween against their consent. And with their memories being tied so much in emotion, that means for cats, when they do remember events, it's not really about the event. It's about how they feel. They felt good because you fed them. They felt great because you respected them. They didn't feel good because you denied them their autonomy by forcing them to dress like a hot dog. Do you have someone in your life who doesn't visit your home often, but when they do, your cat freaks out in a good way? That's not random. Cats remember. So if this hypothetical friend of yours was consistently kind and loving to your cat, they will remember it and be very happy to see them. My cat Artemis does this whenever a friend of mine who stays with me every Christmas passes through, and it is almost too adorable. Cats are watching, even when you think they aren't. This might seem odd. How can they possibly remember so many details? Not just you, but about everyone who comes into your home. Well, the thing is, your cat is paying much more attention to everything going on around them than you might realize. Like CCTV or Santa Claus, they're always watching. You might think your cat doesn't notice when you whisper kind words to them, or when you silently scoot over to give them more room on the couch. But I promise you that they do. They're always watching, always calculating. Not in a weird way. Okay, maybe a little odd. The power of emotional responsiveness. So what's the difference between being the human your cat tolerates and the one they choose for life? It's not the treats, not the toys, not the fancy cat tower that costs more than your bed. Though those still help, and you should keep providing them. But more seriously, it's all about emotional responsiveness. That means slow blinking back when they slow blink at you. Not forcing interactions when they walk away. Comforting them when they crawl into your lap after a loud noise. Respecting their boundaries. Giving them attention when they quietly ask for it. You know, like when they hop on your desk and stare at your soul while you're on a Zoom call. Quietly demanding something. Anything. These tiny moments of responsiveness are everything. It shows them that you're connected with them, that you respect them. Cats choose based on trust, not transactions. Despite the joke a moment ago about buying them treats and toys, genuine love from a cat is always based on trust rather than transactions. You can't bribe your way into a cat's heart. Okay, maybe temporarily, but true loyalty, that comes from consistency. You can easily compare this to human relationships, right? Buy your partner some flowers. It's a nice gesture for a moment. But consistently be there for them in small but regular ways, that builds the love between you and them in a much deeper way. It's the same for your cat. A cat doesn't care how expensive the toy is. They care if you stop what you're doing to engage with them when they initiate it. They care if you respect them when they say, "Not now," with a tail flick or ear twitch. They choose based on how safe you make them feel, not how much money you spend, mainly because they don't really know what money is. The quietest moments are the loudest to your cat. Essentially, what I'm saying is this. It's not always about the big gestures when it comes to your cat. Often, it's actually the quieter moments that resonate deeper. You might think letting your cat sleep on your hand while you type is no big deal. Just a little inconvenience. Just a little weight on your wrist. But to them, that's more than anything. And I promise you that your cat really does feel that. That's how you become the person they choose. Not because you entertain them, but because you let them be close. Cats know who's listening and who doesn't. Ever had your cat meow at you and get frustrated when you don't respond? They're not being rude. They're actually communicating. And when you don't answer, I promise they remember that too. Responding doesn't mean talking back in full sentences. Though if you do that, same here. I talk more to Artemis than to my parents. It means acknowledging them. Eye contact, a blink, a soft noise in return. A gentle stroke is invited. That's how cats know this person hears me. And cats don't forget the ones who truly hear them. Emotional safety is the foundation of lifelong loyalty. Just like humans, cats crave consistency, stability, and predictability. Also food, but that's not relevant to the point I'm making. If you're a safe place, by which I mean someone who doesn't surprise them with rough handling, someone who's gentle when they're scared, someone who shows up emotionally, then they'll return that loyalty in full. That means sticking by your side when you're sick, sleeping at your feet when you're sad, greet you at the door like a tiny furry bouncer letting you in. It's not because they have to, it's because they want to. And finally, that one thing that changes everything. So here it is, the one thing that makes your cat choose you for life. Being consistently emotionally responsive to your cat's cues. What does that mean? Well, it means everything I've been saying in this whole video. It means getting in sync with their emotions and responding. Slow blink at them when they slow blink at you. Don't force interactions. Comfort them when they seek it. Respect their boundaries. Give attention when they quietly ask. These all sound like small gestures compared to building them a catio, but they're actually massive. And it may sound like a long, rambling list, but it is actually true. It's just one thing. Just being there. It's the difference between being tolerated and being trusted. But there's one thing cats only do when they see you as their mother, and it happens while you're sleeping. Watch this next.